HK on frequency. Ben. K6MYC, KG6QHK, Bozo 1190 on frequency.
Hi, John. KG6QHK, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. And how is your sister progressing?
Just fine.
Fantastic. Yeah, just sitting here. Almost thought I was playing Mr. Lonely tonight. Didn't hear anybody else on here.
Well, they're probably all doing a little bit behind here for tonight. You got 1190, Judy?
Yes.
Okay, Judy's got 1190. And I'm sure we'll hear some others here in a moment. Let me see where I'm pointed here.
I heard Pat in there, PMD, Mike, KM6SR, number 432.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening, sir.
KJ6TY 11009.
Good evening, Ron, 1009. Good to hear you. Oh, something wrong with 704 there. Goodness sakes.
Is this any better?
Yeah, that's better.
I forgot to turn on the amp.
Yes, it was abundantly obvious. Good evening, Terry 704. And we got 432. We got 1009. We got 932. We got 1190. Huh? Which one do you want, Judy?
3, 4, 5.
Yeah. We got about 5 in here. 704, you got 704 there? Okay. 432?
Yep.
1009?
Yep. 982. 1190.
That's it. We got everybody so far that's checked in here, and I'm pointed now toward Lake Isabella and looking for N6SWR. I wonder if you're there tonight, Ben. Over.
What would you do without Judy?
I'd be stumbling around in the dark.
Yeah, how about you, Mike? Number 47, this is 831 up here in the high desert. Hello.
Oh, what was it, 831? Is that right, John?
That would be me, Mike. How you doing?
Oh, very good. You're so loud, I thought you were local.
Yeah, we got a good path tonight for a change.
Okay, well, I'll give you my 47, and I'll shoot it over to Rob. Rob, go ahead.
Good evening, John. KG6USS, KM6SR, number 432. I heard Pat in there a little earlier, but he might have gone vertical because I didn't hear him anymore.
Yeah, copy that. Well, you guys are coming in pretty strong tonight. I'm playing just a little bit northwest of you there. So, good signals coming in tonight for a change.
Roger, you're good as usual.
Appreciate the rose as always, Rob. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to check in on the Sunday night Southern California Bozo Net, Bozo 831 up here in the high desert?
Hey, John, WA6LOL up here in Sonora.
42.
Holy mackerel, got it piled up. I think I pulled a 142 out of that. Is that Roger?
Oh, that was Dave up in Sonora there, WA6LOL there, John.
What's his number?
Yeah, hi, John. WA6LOL, Whiskey Alpha 6 Lima, Oscar Lima, Bozo 856 up here in Sonora.
Okay, got you 656. Thanks for checking in. Right signal, but I did pull your number out. Is that correct? 656, right?
856, 856.
It's 856, John.
Yeah, copy the 856. Got it there at the last one there. All right.
KE6DON 1040.
In there, Mike?
Well, we'll take a listen, but hang on just a second. 1040, we got you, Adam. Good evening to you. KE6BON. And good evening to you, Dave. Well, it's been a week or so since we've heard you. You must be pretty busy up there. Anyway, we'll talk to you more as if we get past this Central Valley group here. Good evening, Adam, and stand by a second. We've got the high desert in here, and they want to know if there's anybody else that's copying. Anybody else copying KG6USS? How about you, John? K6MI, are you in here yet? I don't hear John. Anybody else? You're a little bit early. We might have had, we might get WA6Q, WA6AAJ. He might be in here, but so far no signal. So you might want to check back in a little while there, John, if you get a chance. Anyway, good evening to you. Happy Easter. Hope you had a good one down there. KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47, Central California, Northern California, Bozo Net.
All right, Mike, Rob, and all the rest of you out there, thanks for checking in. This is Bozo 831 up here in the high desert, KG6USS 73, y'all.
73. Okay. Good evening, Adam. Let me shoot it to you quickly, see how you're doing, and I guess starting early this week, you're back to work, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Back on Wednesday, Thursday this week, off Friday, Saturday, going for Sunday for a day, then off Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, yep, trying to get some stuff finished up here, and I've this last 19 days, I've gotten a lot done, but still a lot more to go.
Place to be, getting caught up. I'm not getting caught up. Oh, I'm gaining on it, but I'm not getting caught up too fast on the weeds. They're growing as fast as I can pull them over.
Oh, I hear that. Yeah, I've been hitting it hard. I gotta do another round of spraying, and then hopefully I'll be good for the year. Over.
Yeah, good. I can't spray up here. If I spray, the grass dies, and then I have erosion. Although we probably wouldn't get any erosion until next fall, but it gets us when we spray. The first year or two that I was here, I sprayed a lot with Roundup. In fact, I got a great big tank thing that goes on the back of my ATV, holds about 30 gallons of Roundup, and but boy, oh boy. It was a disaster the year after I did it because we just had erosion everywhere.
Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to do it on the hillsides, that's for sure. But I don't have that issue down here. Anyway, all right, I was just running up here to the shop to do something, and I got to head back down and go finish up some stuff. So, 73s, y'all have a great evening, and I hope everyone had a good Easter, and catch you later. KE6VON.
Yes, sir. Hope you have the rest of your Easter in good shape there. Hope you had a good weekend. 7-3, Adam, thanks for checking in. Let's see, Terry, let me go backwards over to you, and let's see if there's anybody else. I didn't hear N6SWR, but maybe you got buried in the crowd there, Ben, so let's try again. N6SWR, Bakersfield, are you there, Ben? Over. I don't hear Ben. Okay, over to you, Terry.
Are you calling Terry, KK6ZKE?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, you, Terry.
Yeah, not much happening here. Just nice quiet day and getting caught up in a few things. And good Easter.
Yeah, well, very good. Yeah, we got, I didn't even get up till 11. I took advantage of a very slow radio weekend for me. And I slept in, went on till about 11. But then I worked like a demon until about 5. So I made up for it. But anyway, good day overall. Got lots of weeds and lots of areas cleaned up that were looking pretty ratty around the yard. We also fixed and found the sprinkler system, so the whole sprinkler system in the backyard is working now almost 100%. I got a little more work to do, but pretty much got that sorted out. So we had 4 broken pipes. So it took its toll over the winter time, being battered by mowing and all the other things. but I got those pipes fixed, and once we got everything plumbed back and solid, then all the missing sprinkler heads showed up that weren't getting enough pressure. All right, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. QRZ up and down the San Joaquin Valley, K6MYC Bozo Net standing by. Did anybody hear anything?
I hear code.
You heard what?
I'm hearing code. I'm surprised you don't hear it.
Who is this talking?
It's Daryl.
Well, if it's coming from north of me, I won't hear it, Daryl, but it's way too early for code, and I don't know who it would be anyway.
No, I have no way to read it. I'm just telling you I hear it. I'm pointed due south.
Okay, Dale. 1042.
It's very faint, but it's there.
1042, we got you on the log there, bud. Thanks for checking in.
It's gone now.
Okay, well, whoever it is, hopefully we'll keep trying. It may be coming from, I don't know. I would hear it if it's coming out of Southern California, I would think, but you never know.
Well, that's what I thought, because like I said, that's the direction I'm pointed, and I know you're pointed the opposite way. But yeah, it was definitely there. There was no doubt about it.
Okay, let me give a call to KB6RQU, KB6 Radio Queen United, Lake Isabella, or N6SWR, Bakersfield. Are you guys there?
64, Andy, we got you, Dad. I got you. We're really good now.
No, all I'm hearing is Southern California vertically polarized. Even vertical he's crushing me here. How are you doing, Rob?
All right, copy that.
Oh, I'm doing good, Mike. I was out on the tractor most of today, trying to get ready for all the fire breaks.
Oh, okay.
I had a little bit bigger weed eater than you did.
Roger that.
Well, my weeder was hands and knees.
Hey, all right, now,
Yeah, mine was a tractor, so that's why I say it's a little bit bigger than what you're using, though.
Yeah, it's a difference between an elephant and a stink beetle.
Yep, boy, John sure is still coming in here.
Yeah, he's coming in. That's vertically polarized, too. That's pretty wild. Okay. Let's take another standby. KC5D to you. Kerry, are you here? I did work K6MTS over the weekend on 40, where it went, I guess, 40 meters. I was going to say it's 20 meters, but no, I think it was 40. I can't remember whether it was 40 or 20. Worked an old friend in the East Coast over the weekend, and Mark broke in after a long ride with my old friend who was really into political things, and we were reinventing the world.
Mike, I'm hearing it again.
Well, you got to take that earphone plug out that's got the code practice oscillator going in your ear. Over.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's Plans Day.
Yeah, now I can tell you what I'm going to do here.
Spin the antenna around.
No, I think it might be Mike. Let's try W6 Papa Echo. Is that you, Mike?
Well, this is W6PE here, but it's not me sending the code.
Okay, give me your number there, Mike. I think it's 1190. What? Oh, 620. 620. Yeah, I keep wanting to put you up at the high end there. Good evening to you. You'll be better copy when I come around the other way there, so hang in there if you can. But hope you had a good Easter up there. Thanks much. W6 Papa Echo, K6MYC. One last call for the San Joaquin Valley, then we're going to go over and see if we get a Atascadero in here.
This 76P gave me again, yeah. And then I'm not going to be around. Echo 6, Bravo Kilo. Work tomorrow, so I'm going to be hitting the back there. So, 73 and happy Easter, everyone.
Stand by, Eddie. Just stand by, Eddie, 1 second. Mike, I missed what you said. You're not going to be available when?
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to be available later on. I got an early day.
Yeah, Mike said I was coming in a little early to them. I still got 5 guys up there, but he says some of them hadn't even checked in on his net yet. So if you want to take a blast up that way, I imagine you'd probably pick up a couple more.
And, we'll let it go. They start at 7:30. It takes them about 10 minutes to get some of the local guys in, and then it's good for us. So I'll let them go.
PMD MYC 47.
I can hear you in there, Mike. W6 PMD, number 58.
Yeah, I got your 58. Thanks, Pat.
I understand John called.
Okay, I'm sorry for the confusion here, guys. I got about 5 people talking at once. Mike, I did not copy what you said. You're about 4 levels below the stations that we're talking in here, including LA. So we got to get you horizontal as quick as we can here. Anyway, we'll be around your way in a bit, and hopefully you can stick around. If not, we'll understand. Maybe that's what you were trying to tell me, that you couldn't stick around very long tonight. Anyway, let's see. Bakersfield, anywhere else in the San Joaquin Valley for check-in before we go to Atascadero. Try it again, guys. K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. Anywhere, K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. Here we go toward Atascadero.
Hey, Mike, maybe I should check in Aaron, K6USY. He's got the bronchitis and his voice isn't working too good, so he's just listening. KM6SRR.
Okay, we'll check him in, but Eddie's in there. Eddie, you're very weak tonight. I don't know what's wrong, but I got you now. KE6BK 858. KE6BK. Go ahead, Eddie. K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, you guys have been kind of low. You have come up. I've had to quite high here at St. Louis, so yeah, must be some contagion. So anyhow, I just wanted to say hello and let you know I was down here.
Yeah, well, we got you, and we got your 858. Let me shoot it over to Rob and see if he's copying you. Rob, you getting Eddie there?
I can just barely hear him kind of in there with my noise. I know it's him because I recognize his voice. Good evening, Eddie. I hope you're hearing me. Thanks for being there. KE6BK, KM6SRR.
KG6USS Bozo 831 looking up north toward Lone Pine. That's the 395. Anybody want to check in on the Sunday night Bozo Net? Bozo numbers first, please.
Hey, Mike, I heard Eddie give my call sign, but that was about it. He faded out, and then John came in strong.
Yeah, Eddie, I hate to tell you, but something's definitely wrong on your end. We're weak because there's something wrong on your end. Rob is hearing very little of you, which is very unusual. And I can barely copy you, and you're being obliterated by the stations coming all the way up here out of Los Angeles running 100 watts. Over.
Yeah, Roger. We're only running 50 if that.
Well, I understand, but you should be a lot stronger. You're normally much stronger than what you are. You're just barely. So something's broken, Eddie. Over.
Yeah, Roger. We'll check it. SWR seems pretty good still, so we'll do some checking and see what happens. Over.
Okay, Okay, well, maybe the antennas just got pointed in the wrong direction.
831 KG6, U.S. Power Desert, looking west, 395 in the Lone Pine ship at the map direction. Anybody want to check in on the Bozo Sunday Night Bozo Net Southern California edition? Bozo number source, please.
I missed all of that, Eddie. I'm sorry you were obliterated by the Los Angeles guys. Anyway, I'm sure you'll check it out. But I guarantee you there's not something's not right. You're about 20 dB down from where you should be. 73's Eddie. Good luck. Thanks very much for checking in. Hope you had a good Easter. Notwithstanding the antenna problem, if there is one. Hi. 73 KE6BK Porterville K6MYC Bozo Net.
We'll try one more time. This is Bozo 831 KG6 USA Power Desert. Check in for the Sunday Night Bozo Net Southern California edition. Bozo number source, please.
Okay, hearing nobody else in the San Joaquin Valley, I'm going to Atascadero. Here we go over toward Atascadero, K6MYC.
Bozo 831 KG6 USA flying back to the Bozo.
W6QUI, W6 Quebec Uniform Italy, K6MYC, Atascadero. Are you over there tonight? Run. W6QUI from Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo. Anybody else in the Paso Robles, Atascadero, Napomo, San Luis Obispo area? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, 2-meter Bozo Net, standing by. How about down south there in the Santa Barbara area? Do I hear the Santa Barbara station, K6MYC, over? Nothing heard down there either. Going to Santa Cruz. Here we go. Let's try Santa Cruz here and or Watsonville. AF6 United or KW6S. Anybody there? K6MYC calling and listening. Bozo Net. Okay, nothing heard. AF6 United, AF6U, K6MYC. KW6S. I think maybe Tom said he was going to have a whole bunch of family in tonight, so he may not be there. KW6S, Santa Cruz, or anybody else in that direction? Anybody hearing my voice? Come on in and check into the Bozo Net, K6MYC, standing by.
803, course gold.
803, good evening, Dan. Good to hear you. Hope you had a good Easter up that way. How are you?
Oh, we're doing good.
Okay, very good. I have not heard Dane yet, but he'll no doubt be in here, or is he gone somewhere?
No, he's around. I saw him walking the dogs earlier today, so he's here.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm sure he'll get in here sooner or later. Hope you had a good Easter up there. Nice day. let me move up into the Bay Area here a little bit and look for, how about N5 NPD? Brett, are you around? I don't hear Brett either. Bay Area, WB6JNN, KB6BA, WA6AXX. Anybody in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar Mike, John, Bozo Net is 1192.
Okay, good evening, John. KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike. Give me your number again. I think it's, I'm not sure what it is. I still haven't got it nailed in my brain yet. Over.
It is 1192. Over.
1192. Okay. There's about 2 or 3 of you right around the 119 bracket that I keep getting mixed up, so I just wasn't sure. I was going to say 1192, but I wasn't sure. Very good. It doesn't sound like you've cleared up the distortion. I'm still hearing the distortion in there, John, so apparently it might not have been a linearity problem with bias. But I'm not sure if you had a chance to check it or not. You're readable, but not very good copy because of the distortion. KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike in San Jose area, K6MYC. Yeah, I didn't get all that. I heard the words kind of important, but I didn't get what you said. Could you give me a repeat, John? Over.
Pointed Mike and South Diablo 4A from Mike. Maybe with some of the stuff you're hearing.
Yeah. Is anybody doing better with John than I am? I'm just not able to get what he's saying there. Anybody up there in the Bay Area can copy John? Please come now. Nobody's on there right at the moment. John, hang in there a couple of minutes. Maybe we can get you hooked up with somebody else that I could hear. I hear you, but I've got power line noise tonight on top of everything else, which is making things worse. It's really serious tonight because of the temperature. It's not power line noise, it's solar panel or solar inverter noise that I've got from a neighbor here. It's about a quarter mile away, but I look right through it when I'm pointed in your direction. And the temperatures have got up to about 80 degrees today, and that usually starts to trigger that thing. Whatever it is, it gets very noisy when the temperatures go up. We'll probably have to try and solve that problem this summer, but it's been so busy here we haven't had a chance to do it. It's the only power line noise type of thing I have in the neighborhood. We've got the power lights from PG&E, and everybody are quiet for now. It's just this damn solar system. Anyway, good evening to you, John, and thank you for checking in. Stick around if you can, and maybe we can hook you up with PQL or somebody, and they can copy you a little better, and maybe we can sort out what you found or what you did not find with the bias. Anybody else in the Bay Area? We need a lot of check-ins, people. Where are you? K6MYC Bozo Net looking for check-ins in the Bay Area. Okay. I guess we'll come back to the Bay Area later, and I'm going to go up to Oakley. Here we are up toward Oakley, N6RO. N6RO all rested up after a quiet weekend, K6MYC. I'm still transmitting here. a light group out there tonight. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC. Anybody else up that way, over?
Well, you're still transmitting, Mike. You sent my meter way into the red.
Yeah, well, that's because I pointed at you more or less. Very good. Thank you, Daryl. No, I knew I was transmitting. I was looking at the meter, the watt meter going up and pegging at 1500 over.
That's a sure sign.
Yep. But everybody's off their schedules today, I think.
Well, it is Easter Sunday after all. Did you have a ham dinner?
No, actually, we had a chicken salad in a last-minute dash for dinner here, because my son didn't get home tonight like we thought he would. We were scheduled to have carnitas, but it didn't happen, so we had to settle for a very nice chicken salad sandwich. As a chicken salad, but we didn't get the carnitas. We'll get that tomorrow night, over.
Roger, on the carnitas, love that.
Yeah, me too.
We went traditional this year. We usually do. You know, a little potato salad, homemade, some ham, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, very good. Well, what day is your wife going to see you? Is that Monday? Tomorrow?
No, Wednesday. Wednesday is the surgery.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck with that. We'll probably talk to you before that time.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted.
Thank you. I thought we'd have Frank in here tonight. He was here today and looking pretty good. He's all fixed up. His mouth is in good shape with the tooth pulling. And we worked in the yard for about 4 hours sorting out my sprinkling system, and he did a few other little things, but he'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a lot more done on the solar system.
PPP.
What was that?
N1PPP.
N1PPP. I'm aimed right at you, and you're so loud I didn't know who it was. Good evening, Dave.
Hey, good evening. I've got Kent, too, and probably Dennis.
Okay, very good. Well, happy Easter to you. Long time no hear on the direct path here, but great to hear you. You're sounding loud tonight. And to give my best wishes to Kent there. I don't know whether he can copy me or not. KA6, God, I forgot his call even. I know the number, 160. N1PPP. Go ahead, Dave. K6MYC.
OSX.
OSX.
All right, good. Happy Easter to you, and I caught you on high, so probably safe now. N1PPP.
All right, good deal. I don't know where Dennis is. Dennis has been sort of intermittent as far as taking you guys and checking you in, so you probably ought to try to check in with me whenever you can if you don't hear Dennis. I know you do anyway, but I try to listen for you any number of times as we go back and forth in your direction, over.
Okay, I have a different radio on now. Got the TS2000 connected up to my amplifier, so it's working.
Yeah, well, it sounds good. I've got a little power line noise in your direction, so it's not clean audio, but it's not your fault. It's because I got the noise blanker on here. Sounds good, Dave. Great to hear you. And a very steady signal tonight, so we must have very, very good conditions. Enjoy. Hope you had a good Easter up there. N1PPP with KA6OSX, K6MYC, Bozo Net. 7-3. N6RO, Ken, K6MYC. Wow, Ken's quiet tonight. Okay. Anybody else before we go to Sacramento?
I'm here. I was on the other side of the room.
Okay, somebody else with you. Stand by a second, Kim. Who was the other one?
WB6ISO.
Okay, good evening, 86. And we just checked in Dave and Kent over there, so they're done, but we'll be up your way in just a minute. Let me get finished up with Ken, and we'll come up Sacramento way. Dennis, over.
Roger, roger. We will be standing by.
Anyway, go ahead, Ken, N6RO across the room. Now on this side of the room, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. and high temperature was, what, 72, I think it was. Not too warm, not too cool. And right now my lamb chops are cooking on the grill. We had one remote operator who did an all-band single-op. He stayed in the chair about 30 hours this weekend. He's number 4 in the States, beaten by 3 guys in Pennsylvania. And I fooled around on 80 meters for a few. Anyway, that's the report. I got to go rescue the dinner.
Go rescue the dinner. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters, Ken. Don't let your dinner burn there. It was about pushing 80 here. It didn't quite make 80, but it got close. 7-3. N6RO, K6MYC.
Roger. Tomorrow.
November 6, Bravo X-ray.
N6BX, good evening. I can't remember the Bozo number for sure. Might be 1100 or something. Go ahead. N6BX, go ahead.
Oh, hello, Mike. This is Larry, N6BX, located in Sassoon, and my Bozo number is 782.
782, very good. Nice to hear you. Usually you get checked in by Dennis, but you've got a good signal on your own, so you don't need Dennis unless you just like the camaraderie, over.
Yeah, well, I'm up on top of Mount Vaca right now. I've got a 4-element Yagi pointed at you, so that's why you can hear me tonight.
Yeah, well, it's certainly working. Got a booming signal down here. Where are you located, Larry?
Located on top of Mount Vaca, which is just west of Vacaville, California.
Well, I know where Vaca is, of course, and I'm pointed pretty much at Vaca from where I'm at here. A little bit to the north of Vaca, but only a few degrees, so yeah, you're booming in here. We can work Vaca on a good day with a milliwatt.
Yeah, it's a good location. It's about 2,600 feet, so it covers the valley pretty well.
Yeah, it covers HF pretty well. It's a great 6-meter location, too.
Oh yeah, definitely. It sure is.
All right, well, great to hear you. Thanks for checking in, Mr. 782. And thanks again. Hopefully you had a good Easter up there. Good place to watch the sun come up on Easter morning, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, thank you very much, Mikey. Have a good evening. 7-3 and 6BX.
Thank you, Larry. Okay, as long as I'm here, is there anybody else before I turn towards Sacramento? How about Daryl? I should hear Daryl at this heading. I'll go a little bit more that way, though. Daryl, we are looking for you. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Daryl isn't here anymore. KJ6KFB.
Oh, Darren is there, though. I know Darren is there. Darren, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Just kicking back and enjoying the Easter sunshine.
Okay. Very good. 756, we got you. And good to hear you. And hopefully this week you'll get some package in the mail and can start to get some repairs done there. Anyway, great to hear you. Pretty good signal. And I didn't have to wait for you to come in. You were waiting for me. Darren, KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Oh, absolutely. And there's more waiting in the wings, so I'll let you get right on to it. But yes, today I actually hung out here for the last hour and we've been talking on FM and here as well. So I'll let you carry on.
Okay, good evening, Darren. How about KO6KD? Bill, are you here?
Yeah, Mike, KO6KD, number 776, checking in. Give you a little more chatter here, so maybe you can wobble the beam slightly. I believe I've got everything going your direction. This is all I can give you as far as power is concerned. Just the exciter. Still got stuff we're working on the amplifier. So here we are. How copy now? Over.
Yeah, well, I haven't had any issues. You're very strong, very solid. There's no flutter, no fading. So sounds good. And well, it seems like we got pretty good conditions all around. Darren wasn't as strong as he normally is. He was down a little bit. You're much stronger tonight than he, but sometimes it's the other way around. You never know. Anyway, you're sounding good, and hopefully you had a good Sunday service and stuff this morning. We stayed in bed. I didn't get up till 11. What do you think of that?
Oh, wow. I wish I could have. I didn't sleep very well at all last night, but I did hear Phil this morning. He came in. We talked for about a half an hour before he and Barbara left to go to their service. And, yep, I was here with a cup of coffee waiting online when the online service started. So from that standpoint, everything was just fine. So I hope you and whoever you had come by had an enjoyable Easter this afternoon. Over.
No, we had a good Easter once I got up. Frank got here a little bit before 11, and we got up and had a little breakfast and went out and worked on our sprinkling system in the backyard, which had some problems. Hadn't really been turned on and working properly for several months through the winter. So we got the bugs out of it, got about four broken pipes fixed and yada yada. So a lot of little things that kept it from working properly, but we fixed it in the end, so that was good. Anyway, I should be there on a regular schedule in the morning, and hopefully Bob had a good weekend on the water with this boat. And okay, I'm talking to Phil there. I hope Phil checks in here tonight. I got a question for him related to something related that the airlines are required to do now. And I thought maybe he would have an answer for us there, but I haven't heard Phil yet. He may have company tonight. We're running real light on the check-in list tonight, Bill. So it's typical Easter night or a holiday weekend evening. Good evening to you. We'll see you in the morning. KO6KD, K6MYC in the Bozo Net.
Okay, very good. See you in the morning, KO6KD.
And over to you, John. Let me get up your way just a little bit more. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike and the group. KR6MR Bozo 759. Okay, half-inch coax connectors and the tool to prep the cable with. Are you familiar with the tool?
Well, I'm familiar with the tool. I don't use it. I haven't put a half-inch connector on for several years. I usually just did it by eye. Over.
Okay, well, I picked up the one for the Andrew connectors, and I came across a deal, and I got two more, but they're made by JMA, and it's a whole different animal. It's a much different type setup. It uses a JMA connector, which is compression fit. They go on like you're putting connectors on a 75-ohm satellite TV cable system.
Yeah, very good. So how does that work? You like it?
I haven't gotten the connectors. I got the tools. They cut the cable similar, but they don't cut as much of the outside insulation back, and that's the only difference. Now these guys, it's nice because you pull it apart, and it's got the tool that cleans the inside of the foam insulation, so it gives you a nice clean fitting for the connector.
Oh, very good.
Information?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just to let you know there, Fred, I've been running the compression fittings on the LMR 600, somewhat the same thing you're talking about, no problems at all. Just make sure you look at the little specs and the exact length that they're requiring. But, yeah, I've got it for the LMR 600, been running it, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay. Very good, John. Well, keep us informed on how you like those. I've never heard of that company. And do you have to have a special cable? Clearly the connectors are different, and you must buy JSM connectors, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but that's the only problem with that kind of stuff. I don't like specialized stuff. I'd prefer to have universal connectors like Solwave and Andrews and 3 or 4 others all fitted. All of them fit other cable and things.
These tools up from a satellite system, not satellite, a cell phone installer, and I think they use these because it was faster than putting on the Andrews Coscope type connector, and I think that was the only reason that he had them. But I looked at the YouTube video on it, and it looks like there's a special tool to compress the connector, and it looks like it must cost $50,000. It was a huge monstrosity.
Hey, Fred.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, the ones I got is from Times Microwave. You might check it out. Times Microwave is the one I got mine from. There's no special tools required at all.
Well, those are regular. Your connectors are totally different than the ones he's talking about. The LMR 600 connectors, crimp-ons, are totally different than what he's talking about.
Yeah, these are not crimp-on. These are compression fitting.
I've never seen compression fittings from Times Microwave. I'll have to look that up.
Neither have I. Compression fitting for end connectors on 600?
Yeah, that's what I got, and they're from Times Microwave, and they are compression fittings. There is no special tools, but you have to pay very, very close attention to exact the lengths that they want, everything cut and everything else. But that's what I've been running. No issues, no problem.
No, is there a tool to push it on?
No tools required at all. No tools at all. Other than a couple of wrenches, just tighten it up when it's done. That's it.
What do you tighten? Is there a nut on the backside?
No, Fred, no. There's no clamps at all. No, you just cut it and you slide the thing together. If you go on Times Microwave connectors, if you look at the LMR 600, I don't know if they make them from other ones, but they're just 2 wrenches, and when you got to cut everything precisely, and then you just tighten it down, and that's it.
Okay, I might look at that. I haven't. We don't use very much LMR 600 here, very infrequently. I have crimp-on connectors for it, and I also have standard, the old style connector that where you fold the braid back over the back shell and all that. But I haven't heard of the other ones. We buy a lot of times cable. Surprised we haven't run into that.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know if it's something that's brand new, but I've been running it here now when I was having all the different problems, and that's what I've been running now. I put all new LMR 600 all the way from in the shack all the way up to the power divider itself, and the new compression fittings, and so far, knock on wood, no problem. Everything been working just great.
Oh, good. Maybe I'll have the guys get a few. Do they have a part number?
I will have to look it up. I got some paperwork here, and they show the dimensions. You just have to cut everything precisely to the lengths and everything else, so that when you put it together, it's forcing that interconductor up into the pin and everything else. It's pretty much straightforward, but it really works great.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, you must have to rotate something to tighten on the shield, right?
Yeah, there's 2 big nuts that you have on there. Yeah, once you get everything in there, and you take 2 big wrenches, fairly good size on the LMR 600, and you tighten them down. As you're tightening it down, it's forcing that center conductor into the pin. That's part of the compression part of it, and once you get it on there, it's tight, it's sealed up, waterproof, everything.
Okay. Sounds like a nice connector. Have to look into that. Thanks for the information there, Dennis.
Working with the Heliacs, probably be the same way. Those connectors, have you checked the price on your connectors there, Fred?
You mean John?
Yeah, I'm sorry, John. Yeah, I don't know what your connectors, how much they want for them, but yeah, LMR 600, they're about $25-30 each.
Yeah, these are about the same or less if you know where to buy them at.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask, Chris, are you monitoring? I had another station over here. I thought he's going to be trying to check in and get a Bozo number, but apparently he's gone.
Well, is there anybody else here that wants to check in before we go to Redding? K6MYC Bozo Net pointed toward Sacramento area. Don't hear anybody at the moment, Dennis. Let me go up and get Redding, and we'll see how that's going, and then, if there's anything else, maybe you found those part numbers. That's a pretty steep price for those connectors. My goodness. I haven't bought LMR 600 crimp-on connectors, but I don't think they're over $10.
Yeah, these are not crimp-on. These are just compression fittings. And, I'm going to move the antenna up there. I got the rotor all fixed up here now, and I'm going to see if I get up there and hear the guys in the Redding area.
Okay, here we go. Before I do that, though, KW6S, or K6 Whiskey India Sugar, I should say, K6WIS. Paul, are you there? Nothing from Paul yet. Maybe he'll show up yet. Okay, let me go back toward Redding here a little bit.
Ready. WB6ISO, Bozo Net.
KD6S okay? KD6SW, KD6SW or KO6HS. Are you guys there?
Of course. I'm always here. KD6 shortwave. Number 145 up here in Redding. Over.
Got your 145. A little light tonight, but we'll see if we can peek a little more signal from you. Dennis, why don't you go ahead and say hello to Rich there, over. Rich, why don't you call Dennis in, over?
Oh, I heard him, but now he's not there. KD6 stopping with Dennis. Okay, no Dennis.
Well, he was there. I heard him call you.
So did I.
Why would he disappear so quick?
Well, here today, gone yesterday. What can I say?
Okay. Well, you're coming up better now. Let's see if Jerry's in there. I'm pretty sure he is. KO6HS. Jerry, how was your Easter? Over. He's still celebrating Easter, so he's not here yet with the family.
Oh, he's probably got a house full of people there. You know, he's Mr. Popular here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're doing good. How was your Easter? Was it nice weather up there, about 80?
Oh, yeah, a real nice day. Spent all day out in the fields there taking care of business out there, doing some raking, planting, digging, all that kind of fun stuff that makes you all tired and worn out and feeling 10 years older than you really are. Over.
Yeah, we pulled more weeds here. That's my current chore is pulling weeds, and pulling weeds. When I get tired of pulling weeds, I change over and pull weeds. Over.
The important thing is, Mike, are you having a good time?
Yep, I lost that one. You're down in the mud here. Anyway, 7-3, Rich, and we'll look for you either later on the way back here in a couple of minutes, or we'll look for you tomorrow. Look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. Look for you tomorrow on 6 meters, just about 8:30 or so. 7-3. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC.
All right, Mike. 7-3, take it easy. KD6 Sugar Wave.
7-3. Anybody else before I go toward Redding? toward Nevada. Nevada's next. K6MYC, over. Nothing heard. Okay, here we go toward Nevada. Here we are, sort of toward Nevada, and I'm far enough over that maybe Stan's going to copy me a little better tonight. KE7UQL or N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC.
KE272, over.
Got your 272. Good evening, Daniel. It sounds good. A little fluttery, but I'm sure it'll come up here. And maybe we can have you take a listen and see if we can get Eric N7 Victor Alpha Zulu in here as well. Over.
Sure, I'll listen for Eric and stand by. KE7UQL.
Okay. Let me give Eric a call here. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7 VAZ in the Reno area. N7 VAZ, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. From Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6MYC. Bozo Net, Delta Mike 07. Calling and standing by. Eric, over. Okay, nothing heard from Eric at the moment, Daniel, but we'll take a standby and see if Larry's in there. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7 WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC calling and listening. You there, Larry? Okay, let's try for Stan. N7, K7 SUN, K7 Sierra Uniform November, K7 SUN, K7 SUN, Fallon, Nevada, K6MYC. Stan, are you there? Over. I don't hear anybody but you, Daniel, so you're the one that's holding the group together there. Hi. KE7UQL, hopefully you had a good Easter up there in can't say the word, Carson City, K6MYC.
Roger. I found all my Easter eggs early, and I got to turn the radio on. So we'll just get those other guys set up here in the future. KE7UQL.
Okay. Well, we'll look for you tomorrow night. Did you have? I think you have 220 now. Do you have 220 in the air now? Over.
Yes, Roger. We'll have 222 for you tomorrow. Over.
Okay, very good. Was there another breaker in there? Go ahead, the other breaker, K6MYC, over. Who was the other station that called? Go ahead. Somebody keyed up and called in there. Go ahead, please. Well, I know I heard something there. Okay. Well, Daniel, we'll let you go. I'm going to go back to the Bay Area now. We didn't get any check-ins in the Bay Area, not one. So we're going to go back and make sure that it hasn't fallen off into the ocean. So we're going to go back there now. We'll look for you tomorrow on 222, and hopefully we'll have good conditions. 7-3, good evening, Daniel. Hopefully you had a good Easter up there in Nevada. KE7UQL, K6MYC, QSY toward the Bay Area.
Roger that, K6MYC, also KM6SRR. Good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. KE7UQL 73.
Okay, now who was the other station that called in? Somebody keeps calling in over you. Who is that?
I heard R2U.
Go ahead, Dave. Whoever it was, please make a transmission. You're doubling with Daniel, and I can't pull you out. I don't know who it is. Please, over.
Hear you.
Did it again.
He can barely hear you, so he's doubling with you all the time.
Yeah, I know it is.
Right in the ball.
See if you can call him in there, Daniel.
I don't have a copy on anyone at this time. KE7UQL.
I still can't figure out who it is there. Kilo Bravo 6 Romeo, Quebec Uniform. NOBMO5.
Oh, okay, off the back of the beam, KB6RQU, old Bozo 61. We got you, K6MYC. Good evening, Rich. Rob, maybe you can turn down and pick up Rick there, over.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say hi to Daniel there. KE7UQL, KM6SR. 73, Daniel.
Hello, Rob. KM6SRR, KE7UQL, 73.
Okay, stand by, KB6RQU. We have you. We have your 61. Stand by, stand by. K6MYC.
He may not have been hearing us, Mike. He just sometimes will throw it out there later on.
Call him.
Yeah, I'm rotating. I'm over by Tascadero. I'll be there in a bit. There you are, Rick. I'm pointed your way now. KB6RQU. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo.
Okay. Toward the Bay Area quickly. Anybody in the Bay Area? Bay Area, W6PQL. Okay. What's going on here?
Feedback. I was trying to talk to Rick.
I don't know why I have feedback here all of a sudden. Go ahead, call Rick, and I'll wait for the Bay Area. Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thanks, Mike. KB6RQU, I heard you there, Rick. Got a lot of traffic. Go ahead. Roger. Yeah, you too, Rick. Yeah, we had a good one. Had a nice dinner tonight. So we don't have any kids, so we don't make too big a celebration there. But I'm glad you had a good one there. Okay, Rick. Thanks for being there. KB6RQU, KM6SR, and the group for the 2-meter Bozo Net. 73.
11.
I hear you, John. 711. We're pointed over toward the Bay Area, but we copy you. K6 Mexico, Italy. How was your Thanksgiving? K6MYC.
Happy Easter to everyone. Yeah, we had a great church service and several of our grandkids and their families over. Too much food. I just finished eating some more. Delicious. K6MI. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. I got my brain tangled up around Thanksgiving. I don't know what I was thinking about. They're all the same, sort of. We're thinking but a different type of thanks on the Easter weekend. Good deal, John. Glad you had a good group over and a nice amount of accoutrements and food and stuff. Sounding good. K6 Mexico, Italy. K6MYC. For some reason, my monitor just turned on wide open here. Maybe Aaron's fussing around. Maybe that's better, Aaron. Thanks. Turn it down just a little tad more. Aaron's got laryngitis.
W6PQL.
There's a man we've been waiting for. W6PQL. Bozo check-in number 1 from the Bay Area. Over.
Wow, I guess we're not going to beat Course Gold tonight.
No, you lost already. We've had 1, 2, 3 in Course Gold, and we're not even half trying with one arm tied behind us. Over.
Oh, my. Well, I don't know what to do. You know, I just don't have any influence over here anymore.
I guess not. Okay. Well, we tried, and I thought I would hear KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. It should be time for dinner to be over at Gary's place, WB6WNI. We should have KB6BA. We should have WB6JNN, K6KLY. To mention just a few, but good to have you in here, Jim. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. You had company over?
No, you know, it's kind of a ritual for the Portuguese. My wife and her family are pretty tight, so they all make a trek to the cemetery to pay their respects to those departed. That's what they do on Easter. Some of them attend Mass, and I'm not Catholic, so I don't really do that with them. And then they just spend time together. And I was involved in that today for a little bit. But pretty quiet over here, actually. It was nice. You know, it was something like 75, and it's probably going to be closer to 80 tomorrow. So looking forward to that because I'll be out there losing golf balls in the rough.
Yeah, the rough's pretty deep. If it's growing anything like my rough, it's you'll be hard-pressed to find them. Anyway, very good. Fine on the Portuguese situation. Matt and Tracy. Matt's got a little Portuguese in him because my wife was a little Portuguese. So Matt looks like a Portuguese. And he's married to a Portuguese lady. And she went through the whole routine growing up in Selma down here. You know, when you're a child in the Portuguese community, if you're a girl, you go through all the routine of coming up. And first of all, you're sort of like a flower carrier girl, and then this and then that, and eventually you get to be the queen. So eventually every Portuguese girl as she's coming up becomes the queen. And but her father passed away a couple of years ago, and now they're having a memorial for him, and that always makes a big dinner. They get about 300 people in there, and they get donations, and then they give it to a couple of kids for college there. So it's in honor of Tracy's father. But Matt gets in there and cooks, and some of the stories about the cooking and the big pots and stuff and things that they make is really phenomenal. So it's a real tight group, no doubt about it. 300 people at Matt's thing there. Most of them are relatives. W6BQL, K6MYC in the group.
Yeah, familiar with those big gatherings, and you know the thing about the every girl becomes a queen thing. It's absolutely true. I've watched those little processions. They have the Holy Ghost Day and so forth, and at a certain age they're becoming a queen. And they even do that in the Azores during the summer when they have their festas over there. They have those processions, and it kind of reminds me of that little town in Sicily called Corleone. You know, I'm sure you've seen The Godfather. Da, 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 da. That kind of stuff goes on over there. Over.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, well, it really is a nice way to keep family values and education of what it's all about, and keep the family close. I wish more groups would do that. Certainly the Portuguese know how to do it, and they do it well over.
Yeah, it's a little touch at home for them, and nothing wrong with that. All righty, we'll see you later, Mike. Tomorrow is, that's 222. 73 K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, why don't you take a call and see if you can get anybody out of the woodwork there. KB6RQU, I'll just go down the list, and then we'll see what happens. K6KLY, KF6QCH, WB6 or KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, WB6WNI, KB6BA, WA6AXX, perhaps one of these days will surprise us. K6MYC and W6PQL looking for check-ins, late checks or missed from the Bay Area, please. Over.
WB6JNC. Bravo 6, Whiskey November India, 1090.
We hear you, Gary, 1090, and we hear you, Dane, 107. Dane, if you would stand by just a second, let me see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area, then we'll pick you up, okay?
Sure, so.
Okay. Good to hear you, Gary. Not real strong tonight. I think I may be pointed a little bit too far to the north for you, but we got good company anyway. It's not bad. It's just not your normal roaring self in here. So hopefully you had a good Easter. Just finished up your final Easter dinner, no doubt, right?
Yes, correct. We did. I've had daughter, son-in-law, and grandson over, and yes, we had a good time. They left about a half hour ago, which gave me enough time to set up the equipment again. Because the grandson around, I had to hide everything. So yes, we had a very nice dinner, and it is a little lighter tonight, but as you say, Q5 copy, it may be not as strong, but it's still every bit as readable. So also hope you had a happy Easter. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you and can get to those other stations, K6NYC from W679109073.
Okay, 7-3, Gary, and we'll see you tomorrow night there on 6 meters. Hopefully you'll try anyway. Jim, give it a whirl. See if we can get anybody out of the woodwork there. W6PQL in the group, K6MYC.
Anybody at home over here in the Bay Area? W6PQL. Oh, well, Mike, it's not going to be one of those days.
Yeah, it sounds like crickets to me. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Jim, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222. W6PQL, K6MYC, going to Santa Cruz for one last try. Santa Cruz in the Watsonville area. AF6 United, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, or KW6S. I don't think Tom Mazzari think he's got company with the family, but we'll try anyway. KW6S, AF6 United, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, no such luck. I think we're done, Rob.
Okay, Mike, did you want to get back to Dane?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Dane. My God. I tell you, I'm going to get back to you, then I forget. How are you? And I assume a good Easter, over?
Yeah, we had a great Easter, and yeah, it's the story of my life, I'm used to that, so not a big deal. Anyway, everything's fine around here, nothing new. K6MYC, and thanks, Frank, for mentioning me. WB6JNP 107.
That was Rob.
KM6SR.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah, Frank isn't in here. He should have been. I don't know where he is tonight. Maybe he went home and went to bed, but he was here and he felt good all day. He's pretty much over his tooth thing. He's got a little swelling left where they pulled the wisdom teeth. He had impacted wisdom teeth and now he's nasty. But he's okay now, and he and I worked together for about 3 or 4 hours today, so got some of my sprinkling yard sprinkler system sorted out. Patched a few broken lines and stuff like that, and sorted out where things were sprinkling and where they weren't and all that. So that was our day, but Frank didn't. I thought he would check in here tonight, but apparently not. Anyway, good to hear you, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 after the 2 meter, after the 222 thing. I did talk to Dan tonight. Dan said, I wonder if you were around, and he said, yeah, he saw you walking the dog, so we knew sooner or later you would make some noise there. WB6JNP, Course Gold, K6MYC.
Yeah, I was just finishing up dinner and got started on some TV series, and then as I'm clearing the table, I thought, oh, I hear noise in the other room, and it's time to go and check in. So, anyway, by the way, we added a new dog to our collection, and I think it's really appropriate. Every time she sees Dan, she just barks up a storm. So, it's, I guess, no accounting for speed.
Oh, very good. So somebody likes Dan anyway, huh?
Oh, yeah. She gets along. She'll go over and all that, but she feels obligated to bark at him, and I don't know why. With a number of the people that are up here, she's super friendly, isn't aggressive or anything like that, but she barks.
Okay. We have barking kitties here. They make a lot of noise. Every cat talks to us with different tones and different inflections, and you can almost recognize them before you even see them. It's amazing. They thank you when you let them in the house sometimes, and they thank you when you give them something to eat. Say, you hungry? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. 7-3, Dane. Good evening. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6. WB6JNP Course Gold, K6MYC. Back over to you, Rob.
Yeah, one last thing. The parrot, our African gray, has learned the new dog's name, and on a regular basis, you'll hear the bird go, "Oh, Dory," and so the bird hasn't, or the dog hasn't quite figured that one out yet.
No, can't figure out where that voice is coming from. We used to have Ken Holiday, the K of KLM, used to have a myna bird. That would, and they had the repeater radio right in the kitchen, and Jackie was Ken's wife. Jackie would come on in the morning and say, "Hi guys," and the bird would say, wait for somebody to come back, and then the bird would say, "Hi guys."
Well, I used to walk a umbrella cockatoo, and he always greeted people with, hello, 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 unless he saw a cute gal. And then he had a very lecherous.
I hear you, 775. Hang on a second.
Heard him do that, and she goes, "When did you teach the bird this?" And I had to get out the list of all the things the bird said when we got him to prove that it wasn't me.
Yeah. Reminds me of the story about the guy that got the bird, or the woman that got the bird, and it turns out the bird was trained by a sailor and had every bad word in the English language and then some. And she couldn't do anything about it, and the bird would let go of this stuff, even when the pastor came over.
Well, I like the one where the guy was in a bordello, and there was this bird that would always greet him. So he said, "Oh, I need to get this, this bird for the president of the country." So he did, and the bird, was at a party, and all of a sudden this general greeted everyone. And all of a sudden this general walked in, and the birds looked, and he goes, "Police, all the horners run."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just got to watch it with birds.
Yeah, they can be really funny. We had two cockatoos also that talked. Never knew what that was. Well, they didn't talk much, but they had a pretty good repertoire. I got another check-in from the Bay Area, so let me go get him, Dane, and then we'll finish her up here tonight. Good evening. As always, WB6JNP, K6MYC, clear for now.
See you tomorrow, WB6JNP.
073, over to you, Mike. What? WB6, KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, go ahead.
K6MYC, KB6 WFC 775 in Daly City, Charlie Mike 87. Good evening to one and all. Hopefully had a good Sunday, and it's overcast here, and it's kind of cold, but that's the way it is here. Back to you, Mike, KB6 WFC.
Okay, very good. And well, we were alone for the Easter for our pet matter, but except Frank was over, but that didn't mean anything in terms of Easter. He just came over to work some today. But no, we had a good Easter. It was very pleasant weather. It got up to about 80, almost 80 degrees. In fact, it probably was 80 at the end of the day. What was it? 82. 82. Judy says I missed it by 2, so it was warmer than I thought it was. Anyway, very good, Mike. Thanks for checking in here. We got you, and you are number 2 in the Bay Area, I think. I don't think we got you and PQL. That's it. So, Skimpy and the Course Gold beat you by doubling your numbers today. Over.
Roger.
Alrighty. 7-3. We'll see you tomorrow.
I should hope so.
Alrighty. KB6WFC, K6MYC. Over to you, Rob.
Okay, Mike. Hey, is Gary from the Bay Area? Is Campbell considered Bay Area?
Sure, Campbell is. He's Campbell, San Jose, all that area.
Okay, well, they had 3, so we only doubled them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Gary. You're right.
Anyway, I got 32 tonight. How are you doing?
Judy says she also has 32. Amazing.
Yep, I guess we should all work for the government, huh?
Guess so. All right. Take care. We're out of here. Go in the house and see if Matt's home yet. He's supposed to be home about 9:30. Maybe have a little dessert or something and call it a day.
That sounds good. I have my chocolate chip cookie already, so I'm good to turn in there. Good night to you, Judy, and you, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Judy said good night, Rob.
Say, Mike, N6RO.
Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
I finished my lamb chops and broccoli. What I wanted to do is get an antenna check between my 2M7 at 50 feet and the 2M9 145. That I'm on that one right now. That Hector cleaned up and tuned up. So this is the 9 element. And this is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 9. Did you see any difference?
Okay, let me ask Judy. Do you see any difference, Judy? Huh?
What am I looking for?
The S-meter movement. Can you see the meter moving? She doesn't know where the S-meter is here yet. The S-meter isn't very big. Hang on a second. Let me see that. Give me some chatter, Ken.
I think the 9's slightly better, KM6SR.
Yeah, but thanks, Rob. On receive, I see the same thing, about an S unit at least. So height dominates over cable loss. Anyway, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Judy, on the 9 element. And now I'll switch. Now we're on the 7 element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Howdy do. Over.
2, 9 again.
Here's the 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from N6RO.
Yeah, I think the 9's better, as you'd expect. Looks like best, maybe, I can't tell, I can't read the numbers, but jumps up maybe 2 S units or better part of 2 S units over.
Yeah, I'd say the height and the longer boom do make a difference, despite about 300 feet difference in feed length. Thanks a lot. I'll let you run, and see you tomorrow, N6RO.
Yep, we'll see you tomorrow, Ken. Thank you. Good night.
Nighty night.
Okay, I don't know if Aaron is still listening or not, but K6USY, KM6SR. Thanks for doing the stream, Aaron, and you don't need to talk. We'll say 73. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry about the laryngitis, Aaron. You sure got the stuff there. You must have got that from the kids. 7-3, Aaron and Brittany in the background there. K6USY, KM6SRR, K6MYC, and others. Oh, we never did get Dave back in there, did we? Dave never did check back in, did he, Rob?
Nope, just one time. Maybe we should have called him when we were up there.
I know, but he would have called in. And I didn't hear Ralph. I'm surprised that Phil wasn't in there either. WB6GGY. He usually calls me when I'm pointed toward the Bay Area because he hears me backscatter out of there. But I didn't hear Phil either. He was on this morning. Well, I'll work him in the morning. No biggie.
Yeah, Mike, I got a text from Aaron. It's not laryngitis, it's bronchitis.
Oh, well, is there any difference? Bronchitis? Sorry about that. That's nasty. Hopefully he can take it easy and get over that, take a sick leave day or something.
Hey, you guys copy 100 watts.
Yeah, I think he's working on it. When you got kids, you got to expect to be tested for all kinds of stuff.
Great.
We hear your 100 watts, Dave. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good, yeah. You know, right after I checked in earlier, you know, we lost power, so I don't have any 240 volts for the amplifiers. So, but anyway, I wanted to do a check-in and say hi, and it's been a while.
Yes, it has. Yes, you've been busy, but we're just about to walk out of here. We got the cats fed and everything, so we're out of here. But Good to hear you. Are you going to be back for a while?
Yeah. I just heard you guys gabbing there. Hi, Rob. I hope you can hear me. KM6SRR, K6MYC, WA6LOL, Sonora.
Okay, Dave, I can barely hear you there. I heard my call sign there. Good to have you on there, KM6SRR.
Yeah, he's just running barefoot. He lost power up there today, so he's just running 100 watts or so.
Yeah, I heard him say that, and then he's faded a little bit.
All right, you're loud here, though, Dave. No problem. I don't hear anything on you except signal. Good, strong signal. Take care. Hopefully you had a good Easter up that way, and I won't talk to you soon.
Okay, yeah, I think the Easter Bunny must have tripped over the power lines or something, but yeah, we lose power a lot up here, so I've got the generators all set up, but it doesn't cover the 240 for the amplifiers and stuff, so. Okay, Mike, I'll let you get inside. It sounds like you're ready to go in and get some milk and cookies and stuff, and Rob, good to talk to you. K6MYC, WA6LOL, going to be QRT.
Okay. Good night for now, Dave. Take care, and hopefully get the Easter Bunny untangled from the neutral wire.
Yeah, I hope he didn't hit the hot wire. There'd be no more Easter Bunny.
At least you got to get him down out of the tree first. All right, 730 all, K6MYC, closing the 2-meter Bozo Net and going QRT for the evening, 730 all.
Hey, good night, Dave, WA6LOL, KM6SR. You came up, good copy, a generator that doesn't handle the amplifier, and then you faded down again. So anyway, we'll say 73, KM6SR, going QRT.
Okay, 73 Mike, 73 Rob, WA6LOL, Sonora.
73.
73.